This is the part of the complex number. We are going to the multiplication part of it. If you are to multiply two complex numbers together, it's the same thing as when you expand a quadratic equation, normal quadratic, which will give you as 4 bracket 2 plus I plus 3I onto 2 plus I. 4 times 2, it will give you 8 plus 4I plus 6I plus 3I times I. I want to explain something for you about the expansions of the 3I times I. I recall that I is root minus 1. A situation whereby you now have I times I or I squared. It's the same thing as root minus 1 squared. So which means that I squared is equal to minus 1. So if I squared is equal to minus 1, therefore it will now be 8 plus 10I minus 3. So making 8 minus 3 plus 10I. So this one will give you 5. To now give you 5 plus 10I. That is the first example. Let's solve the second example, which we have 2 plus I bracket 2 minus I. We can call this a conjugate because the signs are different, plus and minus, but they have the same variable. As I've said earlier, in multiplications of complex number is the same thing as expansions of quadratic equation, which is 2 bracket 2 minus I plus I onto 2 minus I, which is 2 times 2 will give you 4 minus 2I plus 2I. As I've said, this is I square, I times I, which will give you minus 1. So times minus, therefore to now give you plus, which to give you plus 1. You now have 4 plus 1 minus 2I plus 2I, which will be 5 plus 0. Final answer will give you 5. So you can say 5 or 5 plus, we have 5I. Say 5 plus. So it means the real number is 5 and the imaginary is 0. Let's also solve the third example, which we have 4 plus I to multiply 2 plus 3I. As I've said, that is 4 times 2, 8, 4 times 3 plus 12I, I times 2, that is plus 2I, 3I times I give you minus 3. So to give you minus 3, so the minus 3 will now be 8 minus 3 plus 12I plus 2, 14I. So 8 minus 3 will give you 5, which will now be 5 plus, what is the answer? 5 plus 14I plus 14I. That is the answer for that. So the last example, which is example 4, is a variable multiplication. IB A minus IB, that is the conjugate. So if you have to do this, it means A times A will give you A square, A times E will give you minus abi, this in plus abi. So therefore, this is ib multiplied by minus high b. High times high is minus 1 already to give you plus b square. Therefore, if you now give you plus b squared, it means a squared minus 0I plus b squared. Therefore, we now give the final answer will be a squared plus b squared. As I have explained earlier, that multiplications of complex number is more or less expanding quadratic equation. Thanks.